What is the worst drunk that you have ever been? Why do all men say that? No, it wouldn't be.
True.
Oh, Dad, that's such a lie. What would your reaction be if I told you I was having a baby now? Were me or Harry an accident? Mum and Dad nearly died.
We nearly died on a plane. And
Have you ever been involved with the police?
yes.
Go on. The time that you were a suspect in a murder investigation.
Oh.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Now the last time I filmed this video, I said this was the last one. But it actually isn't the last one because today I'm joined with my dad.
Hello.
Due to popular demand. Basically, when I filmed this with my mum, you guys were like, you should do the same / a similar video with your dad. So here we are. You're in the hot seat.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Scared.
Scared?
I have no idea what's coming.
But this time we're doing it the other way around. So I'm asking my dad questions that you guys might be too afraid to ask your dad. And I think I'm gonna get more enjoyment out of this because I prefer being the interviewer than the interviewee.
Okay.
Guys, just before we get properly into this video, don't forget to subscribe down below. It really helps me out, and I know a lot of you watching aren't subscribed, so it would be amazing if you could go and do that. But without further ado, let's get started. So there's a mixed bag, there's a little bit of everything.
Did you think of these?
I've thought of all of these. Oh yeah, by the way,
viewers?
I didn't ask on Instagram because the last time I did that, people got confused. How old were you when you had your first relationship where your mum and dad met the girl?
Wow.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember everything. Me. 5.
5 doesn't count.
Why?
What do you mean you were, no, I mean like a serious relationship where you were with the girl for like a long amount of time. Are you talking about that girl called Caroline?
Yes. 16 then.
16.
Mm-hmm.
And grandma and granddad met.
Yes.
Did they like her?
16. No.
Right, okay, what if she's watching?
I don't think she will be.
Did you ever propose or consider proposing to anybody that wasn't mum? I actually don't know this.
Yes.
Wait,
I didn't propose to anybody, but I did consider it. But I couldn't do anything other than consider it, so that would have...
Why? Was it
Well,
when you were like 16?
No. 20.
20?
Too young, isn't it?
That is very young.
I mean, I think I still did it too young anyway, but...
I don't think you can say that.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm thinking, you know, the time between when I started seeing...
Well, this is another question.
Okay.
No, you can say it if you want to.
No, I think it was just really quick.
It was very
Very
quick.
quick.
Basically, if you didn't know, we did speak about this in the video that I did with my mum. Go watch that if you haven't seen it. But my mum and dad got engaged after knowing each other for 3 months.
No, 139 days.
Were me or Harry an accident?
No.
Neither of us?
Neither of you. You were both 100% planned. Actually, it worked quite well, that. You were the result of a decision to have a child because we had a bad near-death experience with a flight.
Yeah, mum and dad nearly died.
We nearly died on a plane, and it was like, it was one of them moments where, oh, we're gonna be dead and not have any children. Molly came along.
That's me, hi.
The following year, actually, yeah.
So you nearly died in 98 and then you had me in 99.
99, yeah, October 99, so yeah. And Harry likewise, we didn't want to leave it too long.
Do you think the age gap is a good age gap? Because you and your brother have 1 more year,
I think
don't
it's
you?
pushing the limit of it being a good age gap. I think if you'd have been any further apart, you wouldn't have been as close. I also think if you'd have been close together, you might have been closer, but
we might have fallen.
You would have fallen.
Because I don't think Harry and I really ever.
You don't have any real
much.
rivalries as such in terms of your age. Plus, boy and girl have different.
Yeah,
interests.
I guess that's true. Basically, Harry and I are 3 years apart, almost exactly.
I never went to the same school as him. That was another thing I missed out on. I know you were only at school with Harry for, was it 2 years? 2 years.
Yeah.
But at least you had that. So it was a bit like being an only child at school.
Yeah, I mean, but same for me. Like, I went to a separate high school to Harry. Who's your favourite child?
You can't say that. It's like saying who's your favourite. If you had twins, which is your favourite twin?
Oh, I feel like you'd have a favourite.
You would have a favourite. I can't. You've both got your own acceptable, unacceptable and acceptable.
Unacceptable qualities.
You both got your own qualities, which I like.
Okay.
In different ways. You're so different.
We
as
are.
Well.
Yeah,
you
we
are.
are.
So the fact that he's still in bed as we record this at
1 in the afternoon.
5:30 in the afternoon.
No,
it's 1 in the afternoon. But he's still in bed.
I think you have more in common with me than you do with Harry right now.
Yeah.
But I think in later life, you will have more in common with Harry because you'll be like, man. It is interesting, no, because you are different to how Harry is.
The question was, which is your favourite? You both got your own qualities.
I knew you wouldn't answer, but I thought I'd ask anyway. Have you ever smoked / done drugs in your youth, back in the day when you lived in the 90s?
I tried to smoke because it was a cool thing to do. When I was about 18 or 19, the only people who got talking to you were ones that had been offered a cigarette or you could light a cigarette for, and you'd just have a packet of cigarettes on you just for the fact that you could offer one out to somebody.
So you used to pretend to smoke because it was cool so that you could get the girl?
So yeah, that as well. The minute when I mean, you could puff on them without inhaling. It's just inhale the smoke, puff the smoke out, but everybody can tell straight away that you're not smoking it because it looks fake.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
Whereas when you...
What are you doing?
And you inhale it into your lungs.
Nobody needs a demonstration of how to smoke.
I know, it's a really bad thing, and I couldn't do that. I did it once and coughed my lungs up, and that was that moment from forward. I was like, that's it. That's
what about
disgusting.
drugs?
I'm never doing that.
Drugs?
Never done drugs.
Oh, okay.
No.
What would your reaction be?
I'm a clean boy.
What would your reaction be if me or Harry did? Because like at my age, there's nothing you could directly do if I did smoke.
It depends what you did. I mean, smoking, I wouldn't be. I know you wouldn't do it because I know you're the person who coughs behind people in the street when they're smoking and they get
Because
cloudy.
I hate those people that blow their second-hand cigarette smoke onto you. Like, if you're gonna smoke, whatever, your choice, but don't do it and blow it onto somebody that's just happens to be walking past. Something Corona's good for, actually. I haven't seen anybody doing that.
Don't do it.
Neither of us have smoked.
It's disgusting.
What would your reaction be if I told you I was having a baby now?
I'd be shocked. Did you ask Mum this question as well?
No,
I
didn't. No, I didn't actually.
Do you know what? You're 20. It's not like you're 14. I think there's a difference now, and I think because you could support. I mean, where would it go? I don't know. But you could support it from a financial standpoint.
Yeah,
you're lucky that you wouldn't be bringing up a child into.
Yeah.
Although it's not ideal, and I don't think you'd like it because it would curtail your travelling 1,000% more than Corona has.
Yeah.
Then
that's true.
Then yeah, but I'd support you if you wanted to bring it up.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good answer.
But don't do it.
But I'm not going to do it. I don't really love the idea of children, full stop, to be honest. What is the first thing that you notice about a woman? So if you see a woman in like a pub or a bar who's just nice looking, even though you wouldn't because you're married, what would be the first thing you would notice?
I think their eyes.
Why do all men say that? No,
Because
it wouldn't
it's
be.
true.
Oh, Dad, that's such a lie.
What do you expect me to say? They're boobs?
Yeah.
No. So that's what women think, men think.
Well, no.
That's not maybe
No.
subconsciously
Okay, no.
we do, but we don't make a mental register and go, ooh.
No, maybe not boobs, but just like their hair colour, their body size, what they're wearing. The dog has done a fart.
See, that's what Lottie thinks of that question as well.
Can you smell that?
Honestly, no. You sure it's not you?
No, that is.
Oh,
that
actually,
is
no.
really. Oh, okay. The dog's just laying here. Lottie, you stink.
Why?
I'm just gonna sit back a bit and cover the dog's bum up.
Picturing that situation, yeah. If they're smiling, if they're having a nice time, genuinely, it's their face, and obviously, what they're wearing.
So you're looking at a woman from across a bar, and the first thing you look at is her eyes, which you wouldn't even be able to properly see because you're not stood next to her.
No, I'm thinking more of the situation where you've been sussing them out for a little bit,
right?
And
okay.
then you kind of register in on things like
I still don't think it's eyes. That is just what you think women want to hear. But if a boy went, I've just noticed your eyes, I'd be like, that means you didn't notice my eyes, but you want to sound like.
No, I would never say that. You asked me the question about what I noticed.
So their face.
Yeah.
And their outfit.
Yeah. Cut that bit out.
Do you prefer makeup or no makeup on a girl or a woman?
Most of the time, little is more.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think some women can get away and pull off the no makeup look. Not many. Some need a bit of help.
Dad! Oh my.
But do you know what is bad is when women overdo it, like overdo the eye makeup and overdo like whatever they do here on their cheeks and stuff like that.
The contour and the.
There's a certain scary look that you start to take up. You know,
you can.
The more you do your eyes and your eyebrows, and you start to look angry and
But
stuff.
what if they're like that? What if that's
if that makes them happy, then that's great. It's just not for me. I like a more natural sort of appearance.
Okay. That's at least you're honest. Interesting choice of wording, but at least you're honest. Got a lot of questions on the last video actually, asking how did you meet Mum?
Oh, this is well documented. Through a mutual friend.
Well documented where?
We met through a mutual friend, and our first sort of meeting physically was in LA's nightclub in Hull, which isn't there anymore. It's a Hilton hotel.
It is a Hilton hotel now. They both went clubbing together in the same.
No, Mum worked with this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew him through a friend. And then he said, oh, I know somebody I work with that you'd like. He'd shown Mum my picture of when we'd been on the ferry to Amsterdam one weekend.
When Dad was in down with the lads.
And she said, oh, I like him. I think she meant me.
She actually meant your mate that you went to down with.
No. The rest is history. And then there was supposedly a work trip that never came off, where she said that she'd take me, and that was like very bold move since she'd not met me. This was a trip to Monaco.
That is so weird. You were going to go to France together and she'd never met you.
She was going to take me to Monaco.
That's so bizarre.
And they didn't win the trip. And so, but as a result of that, we had something to talk about the first time we actually did physically meet. It's why I don't ever speak to people, because I went up to her, being bold and brave and brash, and she was dancing with a friend, and I said, "Would you like a drink?"
And she went, her daughter.
"No, thank you."
Me.
And I sort of shuffled sideways off.
And he went, oh.
And ever since then, I mean, it's amazing that she's here.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I've
kind of had this... you off?
She pied me completely. It was like, where's that plane out to get?
Okay, well, that was a long-winded story.
Sorry.
They met in a club. What made you want to get engaged so quickly?
Do you know what? I've often thought about that.
Because it wasn't as if you were like 30 and you were like, okay, I want to get married because I'm turning 30.
I felt 30 though. The weird thing was, I think it's because I'd had like 4 or 5 years of going out like nearly every night.
So you'd had your 6 other relationships and then you decided that you were what, just bored of that and you just married the next one?
It sounds like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it wasn't quite as straightforward as that. No, I was in a situation where I was in a good job that I enjoyed doing, felt secure financially.
So you just
felt happy with...
To top this off, marriage.
In that 5 months as well, I'd actually took her to Pepe's with the intention of splitting up with her, because we'd gone to a point where I just didn't think that we were well suited. But
why did I not know this?
I went with this plan to break up with her in Pepe's, and I never did it.
Does she know this? She's not going to watch this video.
No, she does know this. She does know this.
So then, not only in the 5 months, it wasn't like a whirlwind romance. It was actually, I don't even like him. I'm going to break up with you. 2 months later, change my mind. Shall we get married instead?
So to come to the question, what made me think about doing it?
Why so quickly?
It didn't feel quick. It didn't feel quick. We were so, I don't know. It just felt right. And I've kind of always flown off my instincts. I've always kind of felt a bit
You
like
are a gut feeling
person.
Are you disappointed that you don't have 2 girls or 2 boys?
Honestly, I was slightly disappointed that Harry wasn't a girl, like very briefly.
Harry is gonna hate that. I can't leave that in.
No. But since then, since obviously when he came home, and obviously I got to know him as a little boy and all the rest of it. Just digging myself a big hole. I
thought that was going to be
honestly,
a straight up
if you was a boy and then Harry had been a girl, I would have been equally gutted. But then it was only...
because you wanted 2 each.
I wanted 2 of each, but thinking about it, it's the best possible scenario is having 1 of each.
I think it is, yeah.
You stop then, don't you? Because if you'd had 2 girls, you might have thought, oh, I fancy having a boy now. Or
and then you might get another girl.
But people do, and I know people have had families of 5 and 6, so they've all been the same. Girls or boys.
Tom knows somebody, and I think they wanted a girl the whole time, and they had like 2 boys, and they tried again, they got 5 lads. And I just think,
with the football team.
Give up. After 2 or 3, if you're looking for like the other, just... be happy with what you've got, that they're healthy, like. But I would love ideally 1 boy and 1 girl.
1 of each. Yeah, and obviously the minute we got Harry home, that was it, and it was like, yeah, it's perfect now, perfect little family. So.
But also, you didn't know what Harry was going to be before he was born, did you? Like, you didn't find out.
No. I mean, we could have done, but it was, disposal fun, wasn't it? We had a yellow bedroom ready for it.
I had a yellow bedroom too. Going back to when you were younger again now. Whoa!
What was that, Lottie? There was something in your ear.
Did you get scared? When you were growing up, how often would you sneak out or lie about where you were going?
What age are we talking?
Like when you were like a teenager, would you like go and sneak out and go and stay at a girl's house, or like go and sneak out and go to a party? Grandma's watching this, but
yeah, and steady on there, Lottie. I didn't. I was a terrible goody two shoes. I never really did. Yeah. I think it was in the days before mobile phones, so it was a case of I'd go out and my mum would know I was out, but where I actually ended up would have been different to where I started up, but never in a bad way. It was never a case of I'm off to a drugs dinner or off to a rave or something. It was like...
Dad, no offence, I've seen photos of you at 17, I can't imagine
you
at a rave.
Yeah,
not
it's not me. So, yeah, no, I was really boring, but I was a goody two shoes.
You were, yeah.
There was only once where I pretended to leave the house and didn't, and hid in the house, and they thought I'd left because I had an argument.
That's even worse. That's a more sad story.
Yeah.
You faked running away.
I faked running away, but I was actually in the downstairs loo, behind the door.
But did people not realise? Because there's only 1 toilet in that house, so did nobody just go to the toilet? Because there's no other bathroom, so where
My
was
mum
everyone?
sent my brother to Hessel Square to try and look for me, and I heard him leave the house, and I heard him disappear, and I waited ages, and then I heard him come back saying I can't find him, and then I made my appearance.
So Dad was boring. Do you like the job that I do, even though it's not a job by a lot of people's standards?
Yeah, there's a lot of snobbery attached to what your idea about jobs are. You know, people think that you have to go to an office or work in a factory or do something where you clock in or clock out or have a boss. But
Or
you work in your own boss. No, that's nonsense. I don't have a degree.
But it's not nonsense. A lot of people are out there getting degrees because they need degrees. You
don't
just didn't
not get
need
a degree. Absolutely, there's a lot of snobbery attached to that.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of employers are realising that now as well. There's still advertising saying, you know, you must have a degree for applying for this job, and I'm thinking I'd challenge that now if I was in the situation where I was applying for a job.
Yeah, but you could, because you're older, so they will expect you to come to it without a degree, but with 40 years of experience.
Yeah, in terms of what you do, I would probably want to do it now.
You absolutely would.
1000%. There was no technology that supported what that was, and the minute sort of video came out and you could edit on a PC.
You were doing it. All of my childhood is on video. Like, it's not as if it only started when we got smartphones. Dad had made short films and home videos and holiday footage videos since I was born, like before I was born even. So it's not like I've grown up in a house where I've brought vlogging into the occasion, because all our holidays were already filmed before.
Yeah, and I think I like to think
you like to take credit for that.
No, I don't take credit for it, but I like to think that the inspiration to sort of document and
maybe
publish
because
is
it
something
always
that you
was.
wanted to carry on doing. I'm really proud of you in that respect.
Oh, if this had never been a thing, if I'd never ever started YouTubing, what job would you have wanted me to do? Like, what career path? When I say was like 14 at school, what did you see me doing? Because it wasn't this.
I have no idea. In the same way, I have no idea about Harry.
Yeah.
It's a scary time, really. I mean, for anybody thinking about leaving school and doing a degree of some sort, what degree do you do? Is it going to be worth anything?
But like, for example, quite a lot of parents are quite pushy, I would say, and like not forcing their children to go down a certain path, but like heavily impacting, like, I think you should go and be a doctor. Or...
You've got to enjoy it, first and foremost. If you don't enjoy what you do, then why are you doing it?
Yeah, I agree with that.
And you can be, if you're an academic mind, you could put your mind to anything and literally do any job you wanted to.
That's so true.
You could become a doctor because you could study hard, you could learn all the exams, but do you really want to be a doctor?
I couldn't become a doctor.
But that's the kind of mentality, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yes, doctors earn lots of money. Yes, you know, you'd be set up for life, and yes, they could send their children to private school if you want to do that. That's fine. If you don't enjoy it,
yeah, I agree.
it's a long time to be in a job where you don't get.
So what could you see me doing then? Just like a career that you could have seen me doing?
I don't know, because I don't think you could ever work for anybody other than yourself. So you have to be self-employed.
I'm too hard to be employed. Like, if somebody employed me, they'd want to sack me within a week because I
would. I just think back to Patisserie Valerie. Sorry, beat that.
No, I was okay though.
They don't exist anymore.
No,
anyway.
they don't. I was fine at that job, I think, because I was very quiet. I was very shy. Like, I just did what I was told because I was scared of them. Because
but dealing with customers you've had the taste of dealing with the public.
Yeah.
Then it makes you know that you never want to deal with the public.
Hats off to anybody that works in retail or customer services. I did it and I couldn't do it. I hated it. So like, if that's you, then like credit, because
back office job for you then. If you was going to do a job in an office.
Yeah, I think I would have to.
Maybe in London.
Yeah.
Stockbroker.
A stockbroker.
A stockbroker. You'd love that.
No, I wouldn't. There's maths involved.
Okay.
What is the worst drunk that you have ever been, and what happened?
Oh.
I think I know the story you're gonna say.
You were a baby, I think.
Yeah.
I just got sort of changed jobs. I was working for a company in Beverley and I'd changed jobs. And my particular boss at the time was a Welsh guy. And he had decided that we'd celebrate my new position by going out and having a few drinks, which is fine. But I hadn't eaten, so he said, don't worry, we'll come back to mine later, we'll have some food there. But then we got into one of the pubs in Beverley and he'd lined up a load of Red Bull and vodka. It was Red Bull and vodka shots. Red Bull and vodka.
That's a lethal combo. That is a really bad combination.
This is in the days before Jaegers. This was 7:30.
Red Bull and vodka you're not meant to have together because it can actually give you like a heart attack.
Oh, I probably did die a couple of times that night. It certainly felt like it the next day. Never got any tips. So then it started, we were drinking beer, then something else and something else and something else.
Okay, so short story.
Short story long.
What happened?
I got back to his house and I was really, really ill in his downstairs loo. Like sick, proper sick. And I think I got taken home and I got dropped off and I went and I was sick again.
Mum would have
in
hated
the old house.
this.
She did.
Mum would have hated
I think she still occasionally brings it up.
She does, that's why I know it, because she does sometimes mention it. Because I've seen you get drunk quite a lot of times, but you've never been sick, ever.
I've been sick twice.
In your whole life?
Yeah.
And you're a bit of a sesh head? You've only been sick twice?
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever stolen anything?
Somebody's heart.
Oh, no.
Can you do a ding?
No, I'm actually being a bit sick in my mouth. No, that's so disgusting. No, why do you say these things?
Okay, put it out there, whatever.
No. You have, because I know you have.
Downloaded some software that, you know,
Oh, I'm not talking about like copying DVDs, because everybody's dad had a copied DVD, let's be honest. I mean like theft. I know that is theft and that is wrong. Don't piracy.
From a shop.
Wrong. From
like
a shop.
shoplifting.
Yes, you have, because I've seen you.
Technically, no.
Technically.
Is this for you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is my argument, Legoland.
Absolutely love all theme parks in association with Merlin, Legoland included. Hi, this is nothing against
I'm sorry,
you.
I'll give you your brick back.
Go on.
There was a Lego man, a specific Lego man. You couldn't buy an individual character.
And I was a brat as a child.
She was a brat and wanted this individual character. Now, in order to get this character, you had to fill it into a bucket with lots of other Lego, and they weighed it, and then you paid for that amount of Lego.
But we didn't want a bucket.
Something like 15 or 20 pounds.
I just wanted this one Lego
She
man.
wanted this little Lego man that was about that big, and the little Lego man jumped into my pocket as I turned around to leave, and I said, "No, Molly, you can't have it."
And then it appeared in the car.
And I still feel really bad about that.
No, that actually is really bad.
And it is really bad.
Imagine if everybody that went to Legoland stole one Lego man. They'd have none left. So we do advocate. And it was way back in like 2003, so I'm sure they're profitable.
2002.
Have you ever been involved with the police?
Yes.
Go on.
Well, personally.
Yeah. The time that you were a suspect in a murder investigation.
Oh, I thought you meant the false number plates on my car.
No, that's boring.
That's boring. Okay. It's a good story though, people are going to want to know now.
They are so not.
When I was learning to drive, my driving instructor, unfortunately, after I'd passed my test, was murdered.
Unfortunate. That's like the epitome of unfortunate. That's not like, oh, he unfortunately got killed.
Tragically then.
Yeah, tragically.
Bad word.
He was tragically killed.
Sorry, yeah, he was tragically killed, because he was a really nice guy, and he'd been murdered, but it was literally around the corner from where I used to live. Because I'd just had my driving test, and because my girlfriend at the time was having lessons with him currently, I became a suspect in the murder inquiry. And the fact that I lived around the corner, and the fact that I'd seen somebody acting suspicious.
So really, you were just implemented right in the middle of this?
And XXXYZ, and yeah, basically there were about 6 or 7 different reasons why the police counted me as a potential suspect.
Did they interview you? Did you have to go into a police station? And get, like on like...
No. There was none of the tape recorder. The suspect is yes, 11:15.
They didn't do that.
No.
Oh, that's so sad. I would.
That.
Right. Sometimes I low key want to be the witness of like a crime, not a crime like that. Like I don't want anyone to die, but I just want to witness something that's like non-fatal, just a little crime, so that I can see what that's like. Because I love stuff like that. Like I think I'd want to be the detective.
Yeah.
I'd be like, now you're asking me the wrong questions.
Yeah. I don't think it's as glamorous as the telly makes out it is,
No,
but I'm sure it's still interesting.
So I think that story is quite a cool story.
It is cool. It was on Crime Watch. The Crime Watch came down and filmed it. The BBC came and put like big lights up down the street and filmed a reenactment of it a few months later.
A reenactment of the murder? Oh my god, that's awful. Poor guy.
We were watching out the bedroom window.
Of course you are. Okay, final question. Honest answer. Do you prefer the dog to me and Harry?
Yes.
Thought you did. Right, cool. That's cool. Lottie came into our lives and became the favourite child instantly. So when I said, who's your favourite child, actually?
I should have said Lottie
It's
straight
the
away,
dog.
shouldn't I? Apart from when she farts.
She does stink. She's taken herself away because she knows. Right guys, that's it. That was a lot of questions here, Dad. We filmed for about 35 minutes.
Sorry.
Right guys, we're going to end this video here because I know that it's been super long. I'm sorry that my dad can talk for England, but I hope you've enjoyed
I don't
it.
get a chance very often, do I?
Dad, your job is literally talking.
You're going to get questions. What did your dad do?
Oh yeah, well, he's a spy. I just don't know what he does. Are you a spy?
Could be, couldn't I?
Yeah, because nobody has a clue what you're doing when you're in your office.
Neither do I.
Well, we're going to go. So thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. And as I mentioned at the beginning, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I shall be back on Thursday. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.